because Junyi Academy strongly aligns with your vision in this book, Brave New Words. And in Taiwan or Asian culture, besides exploring AI tutoring, actually we are considering integrating the concept of future textbook to better engage classroom directly. Because in Asia, teachers might be less familiar with working closely alongside tutors, so AI tutors, but are very comfortable with textbooks. So therefore, our strategy is to integrate physical textbooks, digital platforms, probably through QR codes, and then AI notebooks or tutors, and I mean to turn that into supporting tools for future textbook. So like from this little context, do you have any suggestion like facing different culture, school culture or social culture? How can we integrate technology or AI into our school or even education, broader education system? Yeah, like what I share future textbook initiative.
Yeah. No, there's a, well, one, in principle, you're right. Like, platforms like Khan Academy or Junyi Academy, they are better textbooks, I think, because, what makes a textbook different than a nonfiction book? A textbook gives you some explanations that it's like a nonfiction book, but then what makes it a textbook is it gives you some practice. But in a textbook, you get no feedback, you run out of practice, you get no support. Usually the teacher gets no data on what you did, unless they walk around and look at your notebook. So already before AI, Khan Academy, Junyi Academy, we give text explanations. That's just as good as a textbook, but then we also give video explanations. That's better than a textbook that you can pause, you can repeat. And then the practice we give is better than a textbook because you get as much practice as you need. You get immediate feedback. The hints, the solutions are there. And then you layer AI onto it. That's way better because now you can ask any question about a video, about an exercise. You can eventually even have much more dynamic simulations, etc. So in theory, not in theory, in practice, we really don't need, in certain cases, a paper textbook is nice. For certain cases, maybe for younger kids, a workbook to be able to do some handwriting and things like that. But as you get older and older, textbooks really make sense as a reference, not as what you do. And look, we're working on this at Khan Academy. I'm sure y'all are looking at it at Junyi, where if kids are able to show their work on a tablet, the AI can make sense of that. That's not on Khan Academy yet, but it will be in 2 or 3 years. So it's going to be better. But the question is, how do you get people to accept that? One is, we have to show cases. Like we have a lab school. Our school doesn't have textbooks. We're using, they read books, physical books, like, like this, but they don't need textbooks. They have Khan Academy, they have other things. So I think that's one example. If good schools start doing this, I think the other really powerful thing is in ed tech in the past, teachers have so much on their plate. And no matter how good the ed tech tool is, no matter how good the efficacy studies are, you're always going to teachers and saying, hey, here's something new for you to learn. And you have to somehow put it in your classroom and it's more work for them. And a lot of them try, but it's hard. AI is the first time where, yes, it is a new thing to learn, but we can tell the teachers, but it's going to save you time. And that's a very compelling proposition where not only will it improve student outcomes, but in the United States, teachers easily spend 5, 10, 15 hours a week doing things like preparing lesson plans, preparing their own knowledge, grading papers, writing report cards, progress reports. If that 15 hours a week can become 2 hours because of AI, while you're supporting your students better, while you're making your lesson plans more fun for everyone, while you're getting better data, it's a very compelling thing for teachers. And they don't have to do it all at once. What we're seeing in the US is the adoption of teachers using AI, whether it's Conmigo or ChatGPT or other tools, is faster than I've ever seen them adopt any technology because they're seeing this. So I think in places like Taiwan, if teachers can immediately see how it benefits them with it, if they put an hour in to just learn a few tools, that next week they're going to save 5 hours. And then they can take steps to use more and more of these tools. And it's it's our job, Junyi, Khan Academy, we have to make this as easy to use as possible and as natural to use.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think the interesting part in Taiwan's experience is that it's easier to engage probably the first 10 to 15% of teachers. They are like the early adopters. They intuitively think generative AI can help them. But at the same time, there are still like 80% of teachers, they are still like really into or being used to use traditional textbook. So we later found out if we give them physical paper sheet with QR code on that, it's easier for them. They think they are using physical one, but they later found, oh, their student can easily use QR code to go to Genie Academy and help them to like watch videos, to do interactive exercises. And later they can accept, oh, this can help me. So this is a tricky way that we use the physical book to help them to get into the digital one. Yeah. So
Maybe we
my
should
last
do
question.
that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I mean, I think you're right. Oh, yeah.